Your German teacher lied to you. They told you to ask where, when and was to find the German cases. But that method is too slow and it falls apart in the real exam. Don't believe me? I challenge you. Pause this video and try to solve this entire paragraph in under 30 seconds. And go. Alright, time's up. Did you make it? If you hesitated or if you had to read the entire text to figure it out, then you definitely need a better strategy. Today, I will show you how to solve this exact paragraph in seconds without asking a single question. Let's get started. Before I share my method, let's quickly sync up on 4 German cases with an example. Martin gibt Lisa einen Apfel. Generally, nominative is the main character in a sentence. In this case, Martin is the main character because Martin is the one taking action. He is nominative. Akkusativ, on the other hand, is a thing that is being given, eaten or used. Actually, it's a thing that is being under some action. It's usually a thing or a person, and in this case, the Apfel. Why? Because it's the thing that is being given. And the dative is the receiver of the direct object. It's usually a person or an animal. Here it's Lisa. She is the one receiving einen Apfel. And the last is genitive. Genitive tells who possesses something. Since the apple is now Lisa's, in English we call it Lisa's apple. However, in German it becomes apple of a person or the person. So, Lisa's apple in English becomes apple of the Lisa, der Apfel, der Lisa, or if it's Martin's, der Apfel, des Martins. Now that we understand cases, let's look at a typical nightmare fill-in-the-blanks exam scenario. The typical workflow to solve such question is step 1, figure out the articles, der, die, das of the nouns. By the way, I have a video on that, link is in the description. And step 2, figure out the cases, nominative, accusative, dative, which is the main topic of this video. And navigate 4 different tables and figure out the answer. I hate memorizing tables. That's why I actually use one single table instead of 4. If you want a video on that, comment one table to rule them all below. If we get 1000 comments, I will drop that video. But for today, let's focus on step 2, identifying the case, which I will show you in 2 parts. In the first part, I will show you my method, and in the second part, I will show you a memory technique so that you can remember easily. I have 3 methods that work 100% of the time without even asking when or when. Method 1, prepositions. This is highly underappreciated. Prepositions are your best friends. They force the case, no matter what the rest of the sentence says. Some are strictly accusative and some are strictly dative. But some prepositions can be either accusative or dative. Durch, für, gegen, ohne, bis. If you see this, stop thinking. It's always accusative. And let me show you a paragraph. Most students panic here. They try to translate every single word. Big no. Just look at the prepositions. With durch, für, gegen, ohne, bis, just by looking at the sentence, you know it's accusative. And you don't even have to understand the contents. I see these prepositions and these are accusative. Boom. Done. Under 30 seconds. Aus, außer, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, ab, gegenüber are always dative. For example, Tim fährt mit dem Fahrrad. I see mit, it's dative, done. Big paragraph? No problem. You look at the prepositions and you know these are dative. Done under 30 seconds. And these are the tricky ones. They change based on the context. If there is a movement from point A to B, it's accusative. And if we are indicating a position, then it's dative. Let's take preposition in, for example. Wohin geht Tim? Tim geht in das Büro. Tim walks into the office. He's crossing the doorway. There is a movement. It's accusative. But wo ist Tim? Tim arbeitet jetzt in dem Büro. Tim is working inside the office. He's stationary, he's not moving, it's dative. I'm just giving you a framework now and not doing a deep dive into prepositions. If you want a deep dive on the preposition, comment deep dive prepositions, and I will do a video on that. But for now, just remember, movement is accusative, position is dative. Method 2, verb. If there is no preposition, look at the verb. And before we even discuss about the verb, let me give you some interesting facts about verbs. Did you know that every German verb is married to a specific case? That means looking at the verb, we can figure out the case. For example, you cannot say ich helfe dich. It sounds painful. It must be ich helfe dir because the verb helfen demands dative. An average German uses about 1500 to 1600 verbs, among which nominative is only 0.5% and dative is 4.5% and whopping 95% is accusative. This is good news. If you are guessing, guess accusative. And like you have already guessed, some verbs are accusative and some are dative. And other can be either accusative or dative. Sein, werden, bleiben, heißen, these are acts like an equal sign where the subject is also an object. These are nominative verbs. Most verbs where you do something to an object are accusative. For example, essen, trinken, anrufen, suchen, haben. And the dative verbs usually involve interacting with a person or an animal. For example, helfen, danken, antworten, gratulieren, vertrauen, etc. Few verbs can be either dative or accusative, or can take both depending upon the type of object they are associated with. For example, schreiben. Schreiben plus Sache means things is always accusative. On the other hand, schreiben plus a person is dative. For example, ich schreibe einen Brief, accusative. Ich schreibe meiner Mutter is dative. Ich schreibe meiner Mutter einen Brief. It has both accusative and dative. And of course, I am only showing few verbs on the screen, but the list is long. Method 3. Verbs with prepositions. Some verbs act like a package deal. They always come with specific preposition. For example, warten auf is accusative. Wir warten auf den Bus. Träumen von is dative. Ich träume von einem Urlaub. Here also you can use the prepositions. You see von, as we already know it's dative. That is why ich träume von einem Urlaub. And there are a bunch more, and I want you to learn these verbs and prepositions together. They always come together, so you have to learn them together. And that helps a lot in the exam, trust me. I know it looks like a lot to remember, but that's why I created a German grammar cheat sheet, and it contains a comprehensive list of prepositions, verbs, and everything that we have seen today. And you can download it for free, and the link is in the description. And this is the exact list that I used to score Sehr Gut in my B1 exam. Understanding is one thing, remembering it when the examiner is staring at you is another. I use mnemonics to help my brain remember and recall easily. Let's look at accusative prepositions, for example. I thought to myself, how the heck do I remember this? And most students uses an acronym dog FOOB. But this didn't work for me. And after a lot of trial and error, I developed some kind of rhythm, and it goes like this. Durch, für, gegen, ohne, bis. 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 Alright, I'll stop now. And now the dative. Aus, außer, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, ab, gegenüber. Aus, außer, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, ab, gegenüber. Aus, außer, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, ab, gegenüber. Aus, außer, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, ab, gegenüber. Aus, außer, bei, mit, nach, seit, von, zu, ab, gegenüber. Well, you get the hang of it. These are a bit tricky. Let's arrange them in 3x3 grid, and now we go row by row. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. And just like that, you have developed a memory trick. But even with these memory tricks, our brain still forgets. So, repeat, repeat, repeat. Repeat these songs in the shower, bathroom, bedroom. Oops, not here though. I know it sounds silly, but repeating helps your brain to remember and recall when it needs the most, such as real-life conversations and exams. Alright folks, you now have the exact framework and memory tricks that I personally used to smash the B1 exam. Now it's your turn to ace it. Don't forget to download the free cheat sheet, link is in the description. And remember, if you want to stop using 4 different grammar tables and just use one, drop the comment one table to rule them all. If I get enough comments, I will make that video next. And if this video was helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more contents like this. I will see you in the next video. Ciao.